This is the Green Valley area in Fairfield. You see this crew from UC Davis Fire here keeping an eye on the smoke. The flame is just over that ridge, it's about a mile away. And they're here to make sure that these homes right here in this neighborhood stay safe. If we turn around behind us, you can see where the sun's coming up now. And you can clearly see it's the orange because of that thick, hazy smoke. It's kind of sitting in Green Valley there. Right now the winds are calm, but they are expected to get a little higher. Fortunately, it's blowing the smoke and the flames sort of away from this neighborhood and back toward I-80 along Highway 12 in the Jameson Canyon area. It's quiet down here in the lower Green Valley area, practically a ghost town with everybody out of their homes right now waiting to see what happens. And you can see that smoke continuing to billow from the other side of that ridge there over near Jameson Canyon. Folks, though, not too worried. They say that they've had fires here before and the firefighters have kept them away. Down here in the valley kind of blocks them from the wind on three sides, so they feel pretty secure in the fact that they will be okay. But they've been told that as long as fire remains on that side and on the opposite side of the valley closer to Lake Berryessa, they will not be allowed back in their homes. Once you come out of the Green Valley neighborhood a little further down Rockville Road back toward Fairfield, you can see now where some of that flame is right on top of the ridge there. You can't actually see the flame, but you can tell by the way the smoke is emanating that there is some active flame right there, or at least some pretty heavy-duty smoldering. That smoke very heavy and currently sort of blowing toward the more toward the southeast, which seems about right if the winds are coming from the north, that it is blowing in that direction. But you can also see right down the hill from there some homes there that firefighters will be anxious to protect. Right, so we're with Libby Welsh, who lives with their family. Her family's actually been over near Twin Sisters since the 1960s. What have you heard about your area, Libby?
I've heard that everything that's down below the gun club made it and everything is fine. We were nervous because we saw some footage that looked like our yard was burning, but our neighbor was able to get on an engine yesterday and got us a picture, and the house made it and everything's good. The footage that we saw was very close to Suisun Valley Road, and we're actually at Twin Sisters in Suisun Valley Road, so we were very nervous, but we've got some relief, and I'm hoping to get up there today to check on some animals that were left behind.
Yeah, what are your chances of getting in there?
I've heard that they were pretty good. We've been waiting here for animal control, hoping that he'll come back. I saw him escort another couple, but I don't know where he was headed, so.
Yeah, your family's been here for decades.
Yes.
Do you ever remember seeing one that's come this close or been this bad?
No, Grandma was evacuated when she lived there. Gosh, I think it was 2007, and she was at our house in town for 4 or 5 days, but it did not come down this bad, and I don't remember them evacuating, you know, the Highlands I think was evacuated, but Green Valley Estates was not, down by the country club, to my recollection. It's pretty bad.
So, and what are you hearing from some of your neighbors? Have there been some folks that have lost homes out there?
On Twin Sisters, I heard that they lost 2 structures up towards the top. One was the really big one, the glass and concrete mansion, and then I don't know what the other one was. And the other one I heard was over in Green Valley at Valley End Lane, and that was yesterday, I believe, or the day before even. So it must be really down in a rural spot. I'm not certain.
Okay, and you got some animals you're anxious to get up there and get out, aren't you?
I do. We have 2 outside cats that we couldn't trap, and then I had chickens in some coops, and we opened the gates and put some food and water out, hoping that they would either stay and eat or save themselves. So.
I'm not, that familiar with chicken behavior. Do they save themselves?
They do. We actually have roosters that are like free-range roosters that aren't in the coops, and they kind of nest in the trees and will escape. So that's what we were hoping for, because they're not tame enough for us to go and catch them and put them in cat carriers. It was kind of just not a good option. So.
Well, hopefully they're still there and ready to eat some more when you get back.
I'm hoping. I'm gonna go. They like those dried bugs, so that's a treat for them. We're gonna go spread some out and see if we can catch some chickens.
Like crickets and that sort of thing?
I think they're like mealworms or something.
Okay.
I'm not exactly sure. Yeah.
Well, hopefully they're not too hungry.
I hope so. I mean, I don't want to lose a finger.
Very good. All right, thanks, Libby. Appreciate that. This is the parking lot here at Solano Community College, which has been turned into a makeshift campsite. So folks who aren't sleeping on cots in the shelter inside Solano College's cafeteria have been out here calling this their home for the last several days. And at this point, they're getting about ready to go home.
So you may have to call OES. They're pretty much in control of the operation side because I don't control that outside of the college. So I would recommend you call OES and go, hey dude, this is what's happening. I need a return. But I said, hey, he needs to go, and I have a form. They're saying no, it's too late because once it could be a liability. Once we sweep through and we ask you if you want to stay or you want to leave, and once you determine you want to leave, and they close down the road, if we let you go back in, something happens.
We didn't tell them that we wanted to leave. They demanded we left.
This is Greg Williams, who lives in Green Valley. He's been evacuated from his home for a few days now. You're at this makeshift campsite at Solano College, Greg. What have the conditions been like here for you?
Actually, they've been real good here. The volunteers have been great. There's all kinds of food that have been donated. But everybody's starting to get anxious to go home, especially the weather's changed for the best here. There's blue sky. So the people just want to go home right now, and that's what we're waiting for.
What's the problem?
I have no idea. They're waiting for somebody else higher up there to make the decision on how to get back in there. But I've been in there once with an escort back in there, and everything's fine at our house. They're burnt right around the edge, and that was yesterday, and I'm just waiting to get back in.
So kind of no reason not to hold you out at this point?
No, not at all. And I got things to do and places to go, and a lot of people here at the parking lot here are getting frustrated. And I can see, everybody's just getting tired, and they got blue sky overhead, and they just want to go home. So that's where it stands kind of right now. I
mean, it's kind of obvious, but what's the source of the frustration?
Well, probably really not knowing a whole lot. We get the same report over and over, saying that we can't go back, and there's really not a good reason, I don't think, for this area here. I know there's bad areas up in Napa Valley and stuff like that, which I know the fires are really bad over there, but to me, over on this side, we can see the hills. We don't see nothing going on over here, and the fire's already gone past there, and everybody thinks we can go home now, and that's what we're waiting for.
And you said you got things to do and places to go. Correct. And a time limit.
Correct.
What are you up to? Or hoping to be up to?
Well, we'd like to be in Colorado here Saturday, and it's a 14-hour drive, and we're running out of time right now, so that's what we're up against. And right now, this morning there, it doesn't look that good. They're saying we can't go back yet, and it doesn't look good for the rest of the day.
What has you heading to Colorado?
What's that?
What has you heading to Colorado?
We're going back for a hunting trip, and it's only a week-long hunt. It's only a 5-day hunting trip, so we just like to get back there for an elk hunt. And if we don't leave shortly, we're not going to make it. No, at least on the opener. But so that's the main concern right now for us. But other than that, though, the volunteers here have been great, and can't complain about that. Everybody's just getting tired.
And all you need is to be able to get home, get your stuff, and hit the road.
Hit the road, yeah.
Near Denver, somewhere near Denver.
Yeah, close to Denver. So that's what we're hoping for, but it's not looking good right now. We just got some orders here today, so we're waiting.
Well,
it's just a waiting game.
Good luck with that, Greg. You got your family here. You've been sleeping in the trucks and in the car, and it's been cold out here, hasn't it?
It's been freezing.
Yeah. So,
but, at least we didn't lose our home. I mean, a lot of people lost their home. Feel sorry for that. I mean, it's devastated over Santa Rosa. So we got to be thankful for that, that we still have our place to go to.
For sure. All right. So, Greg, thanks for that. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
This is the gym at Solano College, where some of the folks who are operating the shelter brought some of the kids who've been here for a few days and are anxious to go home, get a little restless, gave him the opportunity to come over and play a little basketball, or they're playing volleyball over here in the corner. Get him to just loosen up and relax and burn some energy. This little guy seems to be getting the hang of it. Uh-oh. Go get it, buddy.